Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Isaiah from Player Development. Wanted to give you a quick update. A lot of you watched my video a few months ago where I showed how I tried out for an ABA semi-professional basketball team. I had a lot of follow-up just asking, like, what's going on with that? Did I make the team? Did I not make the team? What's next? So I wanted to drop a quick update for you all. Make sure you like and subscribe to stay in touch with what's going on with my basketball journey and how our team is doing. So the first thing is, major announcement. I did not make the ABA, but I am a PBA player. So what that means is that I made the team, but what happened is that either with logistics or communications with our organization and the ABA, our coaches decided to go with the Professional Basketball Association instead. I don't know a lot about the league, but I know we got games scheduled and they're going to be great and they're going to be competitive and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So I want to talk about today is a couple of the key things that were, in my mind, useful for me making it onto the team. I told you in that first video that I was coming in with some disadvantages. I'm 31, where most of these guys are early 20s, maybe late 20s at the oldest. I'm short, I'm 5'7", probably one of the shortest guys out there. Plenty of guys at least 6 feet or taller. And I also don't have a lot of competitive playing experience. We're talking about guys who played at Division I schools, have played in semi-professional leagues before, and so I don't have that pedigree and that history. So the first key for me was consistency. And this is definitely something that's pretty unique to the semi-pro atmosphere. If you're playing college, you're already on campus, you are getting a scholarship or you've signed up to play, and you fit that in with your classes and all of that. You go to practices, go to games, travels provided for you. That's all taken care of. But semi-pro is a little bit different because guys are having to carve time out of their 9 to 5s or their normal work weeks, time with families, things like that, to be able to be at the tryouts and the evaluation process, and now to be at practices and games and all of that stuff. Transportation is also tricky because people are coming from different spots to come to practice or to travel to games. Now, I was in a pretty privileged position here to have a job that's very flexible, so I can make all of the tryouts and the practices, and also have a very supportive family who are willing to be able to spare me for that time so that I could go practice for 2 or 3 hours at a time, a couple times a week. Without all of those factors in place, there's no way I would have been able to show the consistency to be able to be at every tryout, to be at every workout, to be at every practice. And I think that really would have jeopardized my place on the team. Another word on the consistency piece, beyond just going to everything, is that because you're pulling people from different situations, and some guys can make it to half of the tryouts, some guys couldn't really commit because they don't know their work schedules and stuff like that. That made the tryout process drag out longer as they were trying to find guys who could consistently be there and could commit to being there. Not that anybody was not committed to the team or to the process, but just because it doesn't pay enough for them to drop everything and go to practice. Second thing that was really important for me, make it into this position, is mental toughness. Especially when I'm a guy who's probably at the end of the bench trying to work my way into regular rotation minutes against guys who are bigger, stronger, faster, have played more competitively than I have. There were a couple of times when my shot got swatted, or I was making the wrong pass, making the wrong reads in drills just because I hadn't done those kinds of drills before. Coaches would get on me regularly about mistakes I was making and things like that. And what really helped was that I could be mentally tough to take that criticism, take being put on the spot and called out in front of the team, and be able to turn that into, all right, I'm going to try harder, I'm going to do better next time, really pay attention, really focus on getting the reps and making sure that practices go well, making sure that I can show what I'm able to do to be able to play hard even though it feels like it's not paying off right away. And I think that was a strong point in my favor. I think the final thing I'll say about one of the keys that made this opportunity possible for me was physical fitness. And this is kind of catch-all term because there's a sense of longevity where at this point, a lot of guys my age, their bodies are breaking down or losing some of that athleticism. Definitely feel some of that, where maybe it's harder for me to recover after a workout, or maybe I'm slower to recover from an injury. But a lot of the mobility and recovery stuff that I've talked about with DJ, a lot of the conditioning stuff that I talked about with Jackson, those are all pieces that help my body to hold up even against high level competition. And that's something that I'm seeing maybe some of these younger guys have not quite figured out yet, that they rely on their natural athleticism and their physical gifts, which they have plenty of physical gifts. But it's more intentional for me to maintain and grow with what I have. So in terms of training regularly, doing a lot of plyometric work that has increased my sprinting speed, my acceleration, my ability to jump and move and react quickly, those are all things that I've developed through years of training and consistency there, as well as working on mobility and recovery to make sure that it's not just strength training, it's not just basketball skills training, but also making sure my body recovers after a workout, making sure I eat well to be able to fuel my workouts and to also get healthy food in my body. So that's what I'm really finding out, that through this process, it's not much of a secret ingredient or anything like that, but it's really doing all those little things well that has really secured my spot on this team. Those little things like showing up to tryouts, showing up to practices, going hard during those, being able to take criticism and turn that into something positive, and then also taking care of your body in a way that lets you recover from long practices, a lot of contact, a lot of work, and also to continue growing and thriving through all of that. So guys, thanks for checking out this video. I'm super excited for this season. Hope you all can check out these games. They're supposed to be streamed online on YouTube or on Roku. So I'll try to drop information about that so you guys can watch these games and check out how our team is doing. Make sure to like and subscribe so you can stay in touch with the journey that I'm on for basketball here and beyond that.